What's going on with Michigan? As of a few hours ago, it became public that there is an investigation going on with Michigan around some sign stealing and the way they went about trying to steal some signs. A lot of buzz today on this beautiful Thursday afternoon, at least when we're recording this, whenever you're watching this. Hopefully it's a beautiful day where you are as well. A lot to talk about with Michigan, a lot to talk about with Jim Harbaugh, because you pile this onto the whole conversation around the recruiting investigation going on around Michigan. Got some thoughts on this. First things first, Michigan faithful, college football fans, make sure you're subscribed right here. College football, only college football, every single day right here on the On3 YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at JD Piquel. Let me know what you think of this entire situation. Andy Staples also has a really good video out on this very channel right now, kind of giving his 2 cents on the topic. When I look at this whole situation, let's just kind of unpack what the situation is to begin with. Like I said, investigation around Michigan, and there's kind of 2 pieces to this. The first is Michigan is being accused of stealing signs. Let me say this very clearly. It is not against the rules to steal signs. We'll talk more about that a little bit. It is, however, against the rules to send individuals to go and watch a team in person to steal the signs that way. If you catch it on a game broadcast, fair game. If you catch it on an all-22 cut-up, if you watch it somehow, but it's not from being in that stadium and it's kind of like a fair game, kind of public information kind of thing, then you can take that sign and use it. But you can't show up, videotape somebody, and steal the sign, which I think is essentially what's being accused here, is that people are saying Michigan sent people to stadiums to watch opponents play, future opponents play, and take their signs that way. So the first part I want to talk about with the stealing signs thing, like for those that maybe may not know, like you are more often than not signaling in a play to your quarterback or to your position players, depending on the offense you're running, to tell them, hey, here's what we got going, here's the formation, here's the play. Like, not uncommon. A lot of times you'll see 4 or 5 quarterbacks lined up across the sideline doing dummy signals, or, you know, things to try and throw the defense off or the other coaching staff off. Like, the bottom line is stealing signs, again, is not illegal. Stealing signs, I would say, is something you should do if you're a coaching staff that's worth your salt in game. Like, of course, I want to gain every competitive advantage I can over you to win this football game. So if your signs aren't too complex for me to pick up on, and I get a feeling that whenever you do this motion, you're going power right, like, yeah, okay, we're going to key on that. So that's the first part. If you have an issue with stealing signs, I can't help you. Can't help you there. Now, are other people cheating in college football that we don't know about? Yeah, probably. But if you're Michigan and this investigation ends up being a thing that proves that you were cheating, well, then you were just the one to get caught. So that's kind of the way that shakes. Now, also, they have to be proven guilty, right? Innocent until proven guilty. Andy Staples said the same thing on his video, and I 100% agree. Like, there has to be proof to this whole thing for us to talk about Michigan in breaking a rule kind of fashion. So let's make the assumption now. Let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, that Michigan did what they're being accused of doing. Let's say they went to somebody's stadium, stole the signs. That is against the rules. There should be consequences. But my concern is the people running college football don't always possess common sense in spades. And so my concern is that whenever this investigation does finish up and we do get some sort of resolution on this thing, which who knows how long that'll be, my concern is that there will be an effort to make a point, and there will just be a hammer that's brought down on Michigan, and it'll be some kind of ridiculous punishment. There should be consequences for breaking the rules. Anytime you cheat, anytime you do something outside the lines, you should be punished. But the severity of that punishment, I think we should really kind of dial back with this whole situation. Because for me, like, we saw Michigan play in person a season ago at Ohio State. Y'all, I don't think it mattered what signs Michigan did or didn't have in that game. It wasn't making a difference. Michigan doesn't have a drastically different record if they stole signs. If they did or if they didn't, they had the better players for the majority of the last 2 years. They've been the tougher, more physical team the majority of the last 2 years. Signs aren't what's made the difference for Michigan these last couple of seasons. It's been the way that they approach things. It's been the line of scrimmage. This year, to this point, it's been the quarterback play. It was J.J. McCarthy last year in the Ohio State game. Like, I understand that there's going to be some frustration from folks that are rooting against Michigan for what I'm saying right now, saying, well, JD, you don't know if the signs made a big difference or if it didn't make a big difference. Like, based on what I saw, they just dominated the line of scrimmage. Regardless of what signs you have, the big human beings on that line of scrimmage is what has won Michigan the football games. That Joe Moore award-winning offensive line has been what's made the difference in multiple games for Michigan. So, I just want to make sure we have that out there. Never okay to cheat. Again, it has not been proven that's the case. This is the investigation. This is the accusation. If it's true, it's true. There should be consequences. But I would hope that the powers that be would not make it a thing where it's bowl bans and vacated games and all that. I would hope it's a little bit more lenient than that, because I think at the end of the day, again, I don't think this is a drastically different Michigan team the last couple of seasons, whether these accusations and this investigation comes up with anything or it doesn't. So that's my 2 cents. Again, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Get at me on Twitter. Get at me on Instagram at JD Pickell to let me know what y'all think. Make sure you're subscribed. We talk ball and only ball every single day. We're going to keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.